Hello, my name is Natalie Edwards. I am a student at Liberty University. This is my submission for Psych 516 for the productive and counterproductive behaviors in the workplace assignment, due on 2/9 of 2025. First question was the impact of recent historical events on organizational psychology. Over the past few years, we've seen significant shifts in both research and practice in organizational psychology, starting with the COVID-19 pandemic. Almost overnight, organizations had to shift to remote work, which forced researchers to explore new topics like virtual leadership, remote team dynamics, and employee well-being in digital workspaces. Next came the sort of like Great Resignation, um, and more recently called like quiet quitting. Employees started prioritizing job satisfaction, leading to companies to rethink their engagement strategies, benefits, and even job designs. Diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts also gained momentum with companies now embedded in the DAI practice, that turned recruitment to leadership positions. And then finally, the rapid growth of AI and automation has also changed how organizations approach hiring and performance management. Especially AI-driven assessments and automation tools are helping companies be more efficient, but also raising an ethical concern. This is mostly pertaining to resumes and weeding out certain things that they don't want. The outcome of all these are organizations are now focusing on flexibility, employee well-being, and a digital transformation, making organizational psychology more critical than ever. The second question on expanding diversity in faculty recruitment. A recruitment director from a university would reach out wanting more diverse applicants for a pool of faculty positions. My first recommendation would be to expand the recruitment channels, posting jobs on platforms specifically to reach underrepresented groups such as HBCUs, Hispanic serving institutions, and then professional organizations like SIOP or APA. Next, we would need to look into the hiring process itself. Using structured interviews and standardized rubrics can help reduce those unconscious biases that people have. Pipeline programs are another key strategy that you could use, partnering with PhD programs to mentor and recruit diverse talent early. And then, of course, the job description also matters. Wording should be inclusive and avoid masculine coded languages that may deter applicants. Finally, networking is huge. Attendance, you can attend industry conferences and actively reaching out to potential candidates rather than just waiting for applicants to bring more diverse people to you. Third question, reducing work-family conflict for employee retention. So the scenario, a hiring manager just brought in a high performer that wants to make sure they stay long-term, but one of the biggest factors in retention is reducing that work-family conflict. So I'd offer flexibility, things like remote or hybrid work options, and like flexible scheduling. Research shows that employees with control over their schedules are much more satisfied and less likely to leave. So if they have that option to, instead of taking a sick day, instead work from home and then be able to take care of their sick child, or say they have like a doctor's appointment in the morning at 9, flexing their hours to come in at 10 and stay longer till 6 would also be helpful. Also, some family-friendly policies make big differences. Organizations that provide paid parental leave childcare support, and then like wellness programs to see a higher retention rate. Another key factor is workload management. If expectations are unclear or if an employee is constantly overworked or burnout, it is inevitable. So, clear communication about workload and priorities helps prevent that. And then lastly, company pay culture plays a role. Wait, I read that wrong. Company culture plays a role. Um, Leaders who model work-life balance by respecting time off, setting clear boundaries, foster an environment where employees feel valued and supported. So making sure that managers and know that life happens and we can't always predict when we need off or anything. So being flexible in those areas is a big one. Number 4, improving job descriptions. I think it's always interesting when I come across job descriptions that lift a ton of like soft skills, things like trustworthy and team player and adaptable, but barely mention what the actual tasks people are going to be doing in those jobs. So like recently I saw a job for an HR generalist, and the description focused heavily on traits like good communicator and collective mindset, but didn't get specific about what responsibilities you would be taking on. So like here's how I would improve it. First, I'd ensure that the key job functions like administering employee benefits or conducting performance evaluations are clearly outlined. And then I'd balance that out with like the softest essential skills like adaptability and teamwork. So with organizational citizen behaviors are supportive traits, and what we need to do should always come first. That way the job description attracts candidates who are both skilled and then great fit for the company culture. So adjusting, number 5 is addressing counterproductive work behavior. So a company is seeing an increase in employees working fewer hours than expected. This could be a sign of a deeper organizational constraints. One possibility is unclear expectations. If employees don't understand what their job duties or performance metrics are, they might not feel accountable to them. Low morale or burnout could also be a factor. If employees feel overworked or unappreciated, they might start to disengage. Leadership style also takes effect here. So if management is ineffective or communication is lacking, employees might not feel motivated to put in their best effort. And let's not forget about compensation. If employees feel that they are underpaid, they might start quietly reducing their efforts, especially if they find out that other people might be making more than them when they do more work. To address these issues, I'd recommend conducting an employee survey to pinpoint on concerns, clarifying expectations through the updated policies, offering incentives for high performances, and then ensuring managers are trained to lead effectively. Ultimately, improving job clarity and recognition and engagement can reduce the counterproductive behaviors and increase overall productivity.